This is Robert Goodman for Positive Strokes. I'm glad you have some time to check out this video. What I want to talk about is unforeseen occurrences. As you go through life, everything is running smooth and every perfect, and all of a sudden, bam! An unforeseen occurrence knocks you to your feet. Some people have been caught in, lost their homes through the fire. Some people got lost a loved one through violence. These are things that knocks a person all the way down. It's unexpected, it's painful, and you can't believe that it's happening to you. What are the positive things that could come out of something like that? Well, number one, you're still breathing. The greatest blessing is that you're alive. Two, acceptance. I must accept the situation for what it is. Like my great grandmother used to tell me, don't cry over spilt milk because you can't pick it up off the ground and put it back in the carton. You got to get a new carton of milk. So if a bad circumstance happen to you that's out of your control, that you had nothing to cause this situation to happen, but it devastated you to the point where you don't know what to do next. Let me give you a sound good example. I lost my apartment years ago. I lost my car, which caused me to lose my job. And I became homeless. I cried the pity party for about 2 weeks. I didn't care if I was going to live or die. I said, why would a God that's supposed to be so loving allow this to be done to me in this manner? I had nobody to run to. I had to face all this by myself. It was very overwhelming, very emotional pain. An interesting thing is that people was treating me like I was the scum of the earth because I carried a bag around with me all the time. But people used to tell me, Robert, you don't look like you homeless. I'm a God, I don't believe that. Because I had respect for myself and I took care of myself and I saved my money. For 18 months, I didn't sleep in the bed. I slept on the light rail. I worked. I saved my money. That was a commitment to make my life better. I did not stand and cry, poor me. There's nothing that I can do. Because I knew that if I didn't do nothing about my situation, that nothing will get done and I will stay down and stay homeless. It took a lot of work. And before I knew it, blessings started coming. It took some time, But eventually, the blessings started coming. The more I worked on Robert, the more blessings I started to receive. The more I worked on Robert, the more blessings I received. I found out that the only power I have is the power of what Robert does, what Robert thinks, and how Robert acts. But I have no control over nobody else of their actions or how they feel or how they project themselves to handle a situation. I had to learn to accept people's good things as well as their bad things. I had to accept that when people did something to me, if I did the research, it wasn't really directed at me. It was something that they was dealing with that they could not handle. They took their frustrations out on me. You know, the funny thing is that I thought in my mind that I had some power. I thought that I was a very educated person, knowledgeable about things because I've experienced a lot of things in my life and I've learned a lot. But the interesting thing is that what I found out to be true is if I'm striving for something, and if I stay focused on that something, I will achieve that goal. But if I allow other things to derail me from my primary purpose of the direction that I'm going, I will fail. I will lose sight of my goal. I will derail my craft. And I will not be able to put a brand out there that will catch attention that I want for my brand. I also learned that my name ain't Cap to Save. I can't save nobody but myself. Everybody has the right to make their own decisions, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. You do not have the right to tell somebody how to live their life if they're grown. They have a right to choose their paths. They've came into this world and they leave by themselves. So they have a right to live their best life the way they see it, not the way you see it. Oh, but that is a hard pill to swallow. Why? Because you may have lived a longer life, you may have experienced a lot of things, and you could see people going down a path that they should not go down. But if you tell them and try to explain it to them, oh, you getting in my business, man. You getting in my business. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm going through this. I know. People get on defensive. You can't tell a grown person what to do. How's that work? People get out of jail, go on probation, parole. They break it. They got rules and regulations they follow. They constantly breaking it. A lot of them break it. They get sent back. Because they're going to do what they want to do until they realize that they don't have the power because they signed an agreement to follow the rules and regulations for probation and parole. That is your conditions to be free. Just because you're free on probation and parole, you're not free. You still have rules and regulations that you have to follow. You do that and you get off. Then your life becomes yours. Then you must be smart. Not to get in trouble, not break the law, not get locked up anymore. But that's your choice. What do you do when people that you love make the wrong decision constantly and it hurts you to your heart because you love these people? You cannot help them until they reach out and ask for your help. You know, there's a famous words that always said to a friend of mine. He said, if you ever need to talk, give me a call. It doesn't matter what it is. If you got something going on, you can talk to me. You know, we'll look at all points around and see and you can figure out the best decision for yourself. So when I got into a heavy jam, he was the first person I contacted. Didn't judge me, none of that. Gave me all my options of the situation that he thought he could see, and the ones that I thought that I could see, and we came up with a sound plan to overcome the situation, and it worked. And the only reason it worked is because I was willing to open myself up honestly to another person and honestly listen to what they have to say. Or sometimes somebody could give you some advice and you could be right there shaking your head and closing your ears and not paying attention to nothing they saying. Why? Because you feel that they think they know everything. And you got an attitude problem. Because you really don't want them to know your business. You might feel ashamed of the circumstances, whatever the case may be. But me being ex-military, been in the service, played that game, is that it taught me to be very logical and go by the facts, not by the heart, not by feelings. It'll get you killed. It taught me how to bite my tongue. Yes, indeed. It taught me how to bite my tongue and try to overcome the situation in front of me. My fellow friends, life is short. You may be young and you may think like you got a lot of time, but that time will move so fast past you, you won't realize that 20 years done went by. And you can get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life and never reach your goal or your potential because you like life situations divert you from your primary purpose. Are you going to let previous situation tear down your playhouse, your home? You built a relationship with your wife. You built a life. You enjoy each other's company. You do things together. You work together. You're happy. You're at peace with each other because you work together. But all of a sudden, a problem comes into the situation where you can't handle it. And do you want to fix the problem, work on it? Because I'm finding out that the hard truths, when I work on the hard truths, when I have to look at myself, when I have to face things that I really don't want to face, and I work on these things, it makes my life better. It makes me better, which causes my life to be better. The more I work on self, the better I become and more at peace I am. I don't get upset as much as I used to about things, but I hurt inside when I see people that I care about make bad choices. And I realize that that's a part of life. That is a part of life. I've learned that if a person is going down a road that I would choose not to go down, then I would tell them I can't go down that road with you. But when you change your behavior and you need some help, I'll be there for you. But I'm not going down that road with you. Not me. I'm bearing myself to you. I'm letting you know that I care about you. That to me, this is the best form of behavior and road to go down. But if you choose not to, I'm going to be hurt too. But I'm going to feel good because I've given you my best. I've given you my best. I'm giving you the information that I have, that I've learned, which is my best. You choose to go another way. It doesn't stop me from loving or caring about you. I just don't agree with your walk, and I'm not going to walk down that path. But I hope and pray that you get it together, that you find what you're looking for, and I sleep well at night. I can't carry someone else's pain because I can't save no one but myself. I can feel remorse and hurt for what people are going through that I care about, but I can't do nothing for them until they do something for themselves to make the situation better. So, yes, love covers a multitude of sin, and I understand what that means. What love does is, when you care about someone and a situation happens where they're in trouble, they need help, and you want to you're consoling them, you're covering them. You're giving them support and love. You're not looking at their mistake. You're looking at a broken vessel. Person that's going through something that doesn't know the answer, that's looking for the answer. Or they may make a bad choice and don't realize it, and then eventually realize it and just give up. The more we know about ourselves, the more we can help others. The more we know about ourselves, the more we can help others. The more we are sound in our life and who we are as a person and have peace, then situations and problems that come along will not affect you in a manner that it affects a lot of people. Because, it's life in session. Situation happens. You do the next right thing, the next right thing, and the next right thing, and the next right thing until you overcome it. Some things you straighten out quickly, some things you straighten out slowly, but they all materialize if you work for them. This is Robert Goodman for Positive Strokes. Remember, the more you know about yourself, the more you can help others. You have a great day.